And here we are with the wind of God. You're watching the fellas. We're going to be bringing you all the gaming news along with the goofs, gaffs, and laughs on the internet here. I'm Justin.
I'm Chad.
And I'm Ron. How are you?
Look at that fella. Look at that fella down there.
The fellas.
How you fellas doing?
I'm barely a fella.
He's barely a fella.
With the time that we have, we're going to want to go ahead and jump right into this whole thing because there's a lot to unpack. We might as well be moving a house. Starting off with our gaming news, since we know that there's been a lot going on, and we're going to start from the top, which the top here for us at this point in time is the most popular news, and that just so happens to be a couple of streamers that have made their names big on Twitch and that are known around the gaming world for Fortnite, Warzone, PUBG, and many other different games. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with some Ninja news. As you all know, Ninja has recently, last year, actually, been removed from Twitch because he accepted a gaming offer from Mixer. He ended up getting offered a $30 million contract, $30 million multi-year contract by Mixer to start streaming with them and solely with them.
That's a lot of money.
It's a lot of cheddar.
That is a lot of cheddar. God, just to do that, just to stream.
So, with Ninja saying no, it's left everybody out here in the streaming, gaming, and YouTube land wondering where he's going to go. That's the big question. Where? So, as of right now, the only thing that we have as far as an answer from Ninja is the stream that we have currently playing on the video. This is his latest stream. He's went back to his YouTube channel, his personal channel, and he did a live stream. Now, the live stream was not a week live stream. He actually had 160,000 people tuned in at one point in time during his live stream. I thought that was a pretty big number.
It's
and
pretty
then
impressive,
I hear that the entire time that he's live streaming, which this video clip is around 15 minutes, the entire time that he's live streaming, this is just a clip. This isn't the entire stream. But the entire time that he's live streaming, he kept a solid 100,000 viewers the entire time. Something that Ninja mentioned in a podcast a few years back is that all these streaming companies and the video game developers are in the works of turning competitive video gaming into an actual sport that you would watch on TV weekly. So much news, just like Ninja, has been going on about Dr. Disrespect, except on this side of things, it's not good news. He didn't walk away with a $30 million contract. As everybody knows, Dr. Disrespect was booted from Twitch, and nobody knows why.
It has to happen.
Extremely active. He talks a lot. He's trash talking, as you know, and then he pulls out his phone here. Reads the message. His whole mood changes.
It almost looks like he's about to cry. Yeah.
Take over. I love it, man. See the self-confidence in the chat.
To all the people that follow.
That's what I'm talking about. The self-confidence of the Champions Club. It's at an all-time high, and don't ever stop.
His group.
Please don't ever stop.
Don't ever stop.
You got to be strong in this world, man.
You got to try to be strong in this world.
I was watching.
This is where it's really.
I mean, like, I kind of wanted to get off, but now I don't want to get off.
That right there, that's a red flag that he's not coming back.
I was watching that documentary on what's this guy? Ike, ICKE.
Basically,
David Icke.
This is Dr. Disrespect's last stream. The dirt that we have, which is very, very little, is basically the rumors flying around. One of the rumors, the reason that Twitch just randomly banned Doc, is that people believe that him and Ninja are both going to be moving to either YouTube stream or they were going to be starting their own streaming service. The YouTube stream thing is not the case because, one, Dr. Disrespect and Ninja don't like each other. Nobody knows what's going on. The only thing that he confirmed 110% is that he will not be returning to Twitch. Going to be replacing Dr. Respect up here at the fellas, reviewing all the gaming news.
You gotta have confidence, fellas. Confidence. That's what you gotta have. Good. I like that in the chat right there. I like it. Confidence. I like it.
Can you give me any advice, like going forward in life, Mr. Respect?
Yeah. Always be good to women and children.
I like that.
Hold doors open for people. Say
That's
thank you.
inspirational stuff.
Say you're welcome.
Reject. It's inspirational stuff.
My chin beard's falling off. You know.
Many men across the world eating their girl's asshole just so that she'll buy them a PlayStation 5.
That's probably true.
I'll need my own asshole for a
true.
PS5.
So then let's do our own deep dive into the asshole of PlayStation 5.
That looks like a weird PlayStation, man.
Yeah, you know what?
Does it do that? Okay, does that like actually is that how you like it when it comes out of the box? It's like a monolith.
If it doesn't come out of the box like that, I am gonna be a little.
I'm talking
heartbroken.
90s style. You remember those little things we used to have where you stick your hand or your face in?
Yeah, man, the little push pins.
Yeah, you're looking like the T2 coming through the Terminator whenever he's all liquid and shit coming through the bars.
Yeah, man.
So what we know so far is the PS5 price and release date have not been revealed. They've said 2020 is going to be 2020 holiday is going to be the release date, but that's not looking like it's going to be the case.
They need something out there for people because I worked firsthand in the video game marketing aspects, and I will tell you right now, there are no Xboxes, there are no PlayStations available. There's barely any Switches available within that realm. So Sony needs to press these as quickly as they can possibly press them and get them out onto the marketplace. And I don't think that, all things considered, I know COVID is a big issue right now, but I don't think it's going to slow anything down. I really don't.
So that is the news that we've got for PS5 that was released this week. Basically, what we have found out is that Sony has reportedly increased the PlayStation 5 production plans for this year, planning to manufacture, instead of the 5 million units that they were going to put out, they've increased manufacturing to 10 million units, some 50% more than the previous estimates that they were trying to put out. And that is a bright side to everything, because you've got two different options. You've got the digital, you've got the disc. And their big concern is that they weren't going to have enough units for pre-orders and everything like that whenever the console actually drops. But even with this huge push, and we're talking a huge push, even with this push to 10 million units, there's still the issue of the coronavirus pandemic, because where do they have to export from?
China.
Even if they put out 10 million units, does that mean that we're going to get them? Because isn't there bans?
Yeah, that is true. Unless they find a way somehow to manufacture them here in America, which I highly doubt that they're going to be able to do. We may not. So I'll say this, like, if the bans are still in place, if there are some form of an embargo, if you will, keeping these things from being manufactured, that's going to be a bummer. That's going to be a real big bummer, especially on the holiday season, because I think it's going to be that, along with the Xbox, is going to be the two hottest selling items this year, hands down.
The PlayStation 5 is going to be a big girl.
That's a huge bitch.
I'm talking a chunky boy. We're talking full figured.
She thick.
Sounds like Valentine's Day 6 years ago for me.
Thick
in street terms, to the younger kids out there, this PlayStation is going to be thicker than a bowl of oatmeal.
I just want to fuck bad bitches.
I think it looks great. I think it looks like the future. I think it looks like something that's going to look great on the entertainment center. I like it.
I'm a big fan of it.
So imagine like they kind of take the Nintendo idea of the Switch, but all added into the console of the PS. So imagine this, like, so they have the PS1 kind of design, but when you lift it up, there's your freaking portable, like a portable kind of control, like a PS5 controller. It has a screen pop up on it.
I wouldn't rule a hybrid system out of the equation for Sony.
No.
No, but I mean, yeah.
If
There's
Nintendo
even
has showed
reports that Apple is going to be coming out with their own gaming system at some point in
Nope,
time.
that's one thing like I would never probably buy.
We're talking about a $5,000 price tag on
exactly.
this
That's what I was about to say.
It's not even that. It's just the fact that with Apple, everything is.
And you'll have to get a new one every year.
Yeah, you have to update it so much, and if like you'd have to like if any game like if it was a free like say it was like a weekly special free, you get to play either like one level or every other level would have like 10 ads.
It may come with the processing power of Steve Jobs' Ghost. We don't know.
It's coming through.
It's coming through.
To be honest with you, I'd rather have Bill Gates' processing power being alive.
If Apple ended up doing their own system and they come up with a VR, the first intro to the VR is going to be you're standing in a room with old Steve.
That's
so. Is it going to be Ashton Kutcher or is it going to be?
No, it's Steve.
Unlike PlayStation 5, the news reporting on the Xbox Series X is that the coronavirus, will it delay the Xbox Series X? Microsoft is claiming that it's not going to have an effect on the 2020 holiday release. So what we could end up seeing, unless Sony pulls something way out of the bag of tricks, way out of the bag of nuts.
That's a lot of nuts!
We're probably going to see the Series X before we see the PlayStation 5, and whether it be due to coronavirus or whether it be to Sony wanting to hold back. But we could also have the same type of thing happen that we had with the PlayStation 4 versus the Xbox One, which the PlayStation has sold way more copies of the PlayStation 4 than the Xbox One to date. But that, my friends, was the gaming news from the fellas. You heard it here first, and if you didn't hear it here first, then you heard it here again. And we don't really give a damn because you're already halfway through the video, and we're chugging right along here. I feel like there's a breeze in here, like it's the wind of God that's blowing through, taking out the corona. Kenneth Copeland, everybody. Let's give him a big round of applause. He brought us to a whole new level.
Oh, God.
Oh, man. This guy, man. How has he not had a heart attack yet? Do you see that as pure hatred for coronavirus in his
Satan
heart?
personified.
How has no one done don't laugh challenge on that video?
Oh, there are several.
I'm sure there.
I was going to say
Kenneth
has to
Copeland
be.
is all over YouTube. Moving on to the second half of this part of this show, we've already took you through all the gaming news, and now it's time for the laughs and gaffs and goofs of the internet. And our first man up on the chopping block for the fellas is good old Kenneth Copeland.
Kenneth, you had this coming, man.
But he's not alone. No, sir. Kenneth Copeland is not alone, dear God Almighty.
Oh, praise him.
He's
Praise
not.
him.
We've got another man that's joining him. It's old Jim Bakker in the Silver Solution, and he's selling you nothing but miracles.
Oh, this guy. I'd buy that. I'd buy a solution.
Now, Jim Bakker, just to give you a serious little excerpt on the background story of Jim Bakker, he's already went to prison because he was selling miracles to people that claim to heal them, make your kids smarter, take away their ADHD. I've got a few friends that could have benefited from some of his stuff. And take away cancer. You mix it in the soup, you breathe it in. He's even got his other pastors on here telling you about how they rub it on their kids at night. We know Epstein didn't get by with that, so.
Damn! I want to meet the people that believe this stuff. Like, for them on stage
I thought
right
we were
now.
friends, man.
Wait a second. Wait. I want to know exactly what it is that you are saying or claiming about good old Kenneth Copeland and Jim Bakker, Ron.
What do you mean? That they're full of I mean, it's just like
you believe that they are full of shit here is what we're getting.
yes.
You don't like to fly commercial.
Oh, yeah.
You don't want to get into a tube with a bunch of
Here's his
demons.
response.
Do you really believe that human beings are demons?
No, I do not. And don't you ever say I did.
Don't you ever say that, Ron.
Don't you ever. Look at that
You
hand.
wrestle not with flesh and blood,
Tell
but
us,
principalities and powers.
Can you explain what you meant by that term then? Just explain, because it's really simple. You said you didn't want to get into a tube with a bunch of demons. What did you mean?
Well, let me ask you. Galatians chapter 3.
He's going to do a deep
If
Sorry, Kenneth, I'm going to have to cut you short.
I haven't seen someone pull out a deep cut like that since like asking someone their favorite Nirvana song. Like, that's a deep cut right there.
Did you see how far he pulled back after the first? Don't you ever say it again? He's like smiled and came back. He's like, I'll tell you more than anything you want to know.
Those eyes, man.
I want to show you the tube of demons that Mr. Kenneth Copeland is talking about here. It's come down to him having his own private jet. And that's the grief that they were getting about all this. Kenneth Copeland and Jesse Duplantis, can't say the name, not sure.
I don't know that guy.
These guys are part of a Christian network that do the televangelist thing, and they got a lot of heat because they bought private jets with money that they've earned. I don't know if it's through the collection plates. I don't know if God sent it down just like he did the Silver Solution. But I would say charging $80 for a bottle of probably peroxide that you're letting your child drink, you could get your own private jet. So they received
nice ass teeth.
What?
They're gonna have some really nice ass teeth, man.
Oh yeah.
Sparkling white.
So just a quick clip on his previous encounter with the tube filled with demons, and the reason that they have a private jet. Mr. Kenneth Copeland.
Now, Oral used to fly airlines, right? But even back there then, man, it got to the place where it was agitating his spirit. Sure. People coming up to him. He had become famous, and they wanting him to pray for him and all that. You can't manage that today. Right. This dope-filled world. Right. And get in a long tube with a bunch of demons.
Right. That's exactly the
point. And it's deadly.
And it works on your heart. It really does.
So anyway, I wanted to make that clear so the devil can't lie to you and say, see there, them preachers spending all that money, just fat cats riding around. No, we know.
The fat cats riding around.
For 83.
Makeup.
Yeah, it's probably makeup. But if it's not, I mean, come on.
Oh, he looks like a final boss on Diablo. Don't give me that. This man is terrifying.
He looks like someone you cast to play an Italian mob game, like a mob leader. So he looks like just the dude that sits behind the desk with a cigar. He don't ever speak. That's what he looks like.
Man, I don't know, but between Mr. Kenneth Copeland and Jim Bakker and Scientology, I don't think that there's much hope in this world for any of us, fellas. So I wouldn't get your hopes up to think that you're going to go on to somewhere better. And if you are, it's going to be full of Silver Solution.